walking on eggshells. That's what they call it. But they don't tell you what it actually does to your brain because it's not just a metaphor. It's a neurological state. And if you've been in it long enough, your brain has physically changed. It means your nervous system is in constant threat assessment. It means your brain has reorganized around one question. Is he going to be okay tonight? And that question runs every decision you make. What you say, what you cook, whether you go out, whether you answer the phone. This isn't personality. This isn't neurobiology. The amygdala overreaction. Your threat detection center is stuck in the on position. You become somebody who flinches at a closed door, at a sigh, at a silence that lasts too long. The hippocampus changes. The part of your brain that sorts memories starts to struggle. You can't remember if something happened Tuesday or last month. You can't remember if it was as bad as you thought. And that's not you being dramatic. That's your brain under chronic stress. Cortisol dysregulation. Your stress hormone never goes down. It's supposed to spike and then settle. Yours spikes and stays. That's why you can't sleep. That's why your digestion is off. That's why you're exhausted in a way that sleep will not fix. I hope this is making sense because here's what they don't tell you. The brain changes from living with an alcoholic are identical to the brain changes from living with a narcissist. Same hypervigilance, same cortisol, same memory issues, same walking on eggshells, because your brain doesn't care what caused the threat. It just knows there is one. That's why women in alcoholic relationships and women in narcissistic relationships describe the exact same symptoms. The cause is different. The damage is the same. Here's the part that nobody tells you. It's reversible. Your brain changed because of what you were living with. It can change back, but it needs something different. It needs safety. And right now, safety just means 5 minutes where you're not scanning. I know it doesn't look like much, and it's really not supposed to. It's just 5 minutes. But big moves will come later. They came later for me. They will come later for you too. But they don't have to start until you are ready to just try one small, tiny one, and that's 5 minutes. And the first one might just be sitting still for maybe 3 minutes, not scanning, not listening for the door, just breathing and letting your brain remember what no threat feels like. Your brain adapted to survive. It will adapt to heal, but it needs you to give it something different. You're not crazy. You are not broken. Your brain did exactly what it was supposed to do. And it will do the same thing in the other direction if you just give it a chance. Subscribe if you want to walk this road with somebody who's already been through it and will continue to walk through it on my channel every single week.